Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another weekend, another Saturday session. Today, I'd like to not speak actually, or introduce you to a way of doing mantras, starting how you can do a practice to a certain extent.
Good
So
evening,
that,
everybody. Welcome to another weekend, another Saturday session. Today,
sorry, um, so what I do every day when I do puja, I do, I'll give you each of the mantras 3 times so that this is, you download the recording of this video and then you can loop the mantras that I give you today, or you can just learn it by doing it 3 times with me, and then after that you can do it as many times as you want. Remember that doing mantras have to always go within. It's an inner journey. It's not about God outside of you, but the God within you. A lot of people talk about and the external essence of planets, the external essence of God, goddess. But the reality is this: it is all internal. Because if you look at the stories, like you see, um, moon. Um, there's a lot of stories about moon seducing Jupiter's wife, and then having Buddhan, who is Mercury. Um, it is mainly the combination of Venus and Jupiter within your inner being that make you be seductive. So it's not so much, so to explain the stories, they made it all external so that the people can understand at least one thing. If they don't know how to go internally, they can focus on the external. But when you focus on the external, remember that you can focus forever. Nothing would happen. Because when you do the mantras, the sound frequency has to affect you, has to go within you. Only within you can you feel the essence of the universe. Because you remember that I always said that you are the mirror image of the macrocosm. You are the microcosm. So, as a microcosm, you have every quality that the macrocosm has, which means because you are the mirror of the macrocosm. So, having said that, then why would you pray to the macrocosm when you actually want to align yourself to the macrocosm? So, by focusing on the macrocosm, you're not going to align with the macrocosm. It's only when you go within and realize that energy, that personality that the macrocosm has, can you relate to it? You can't relate to something that you don't understand. It's like saying you can't express love without first loving yourself. Like a lot of people have this habit of saying, I love you, I'm this, you are the, I love you from the bottom of my heart. They are all not reality. The reality is, do you love yourself from the bottom of your heart? If there is, if the heart is the heart chakra, not actually the heart. Remember, the heart chakra only expresses what comes from your navel chakra. So, what is within your navel is the one that decides where your journey, how your journey is going to be. The history, your karmic journey starts from the navel, not from the heart. So, when you say, that is why when you fall in love for the first time, you feel butterflies in your stomach, not in your heart. Your heart only palpitates, boom, 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 more. But the impulse, the feeling is in the navel. Same way, when you feel the God, goddesses within you, you will feel it in your body. It is not about feeling it from the outside, from the world. Okay? So let's start. Let me start the mantras. The first mantra you always do is for Ganesh. Remember, when you do Ganesh mantra, each of the bija sound has to correspond to a certain area in your body. Okay, so you go Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om. Also remember that when you're doing mantras, make sure your spine is straight so that you can feel the energy going in your spine. Otherwise, it'll only move in the front of your body. The next, once you've done Ganesh, like a lot of places they'll say you do the plants. I do the gurus. So the first time when I do gurus, I first call upon the external gurus, and then only the gurus that I learned from or initiated me. First is the Trinity. They are your inner gurus. They reside within you. So you go Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Om. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Om. Om. Then you call upon Dakshinamurti. Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vitmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahe Tanno Dakshinamurti Prachodayate. Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vitmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahe Tanno Dakshinamurti Prachodayat. Hamsa Hamsaya Vitmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahe Tanno Dakshamurti Prachodayate. Now, if you want to do it more in terms of bija mantras, then you go Om Harim Klim Shrim Dakshinamurti Namaha Om. So you can go that way instead of doing his normal mantras. Om Harim Klim Shrim Dakshinamurti Namaha Om. Om Harim Klim Shrim Dakshinamurti Namaha Om. Now, once you have called upon the Trinity, Dakshinamurti is Shiva in the form of Guru. Then you call upon Brahaspati, which is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet, Brahaspati is the Devada. Then you go, now this sound has to be all on your third eye. So you go, Brahm Brahaspati Namaha Om Brahm Brahaspati Namaha Om Brahm Brahaspati Namaha. You always want Brahaspati to be on your side, because on your spiritual journey, he is the most powerful energy that can help you. So if Jupiter is not strong in your chart, then there will be a struggle in your spiritual journey, because Jupiter is the guru of the gods and devas. So you need his support. You need the energy of Brahaspati. Same thing with, you need the energy of Dakshinamurti. Between them, they will help you on your spiritual journey. They are your inner energy, the inner guru inside of you that will make you realize the deity outside of you. Once you have done Jupiter, then you do the divine. For me, I call upon Mother Kali. So I go, Kareem, 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 Dakshani Kali ke Kareem, 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 Swaha, Om, Kareem, 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 Dakshani Kalike Krim 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 Hrim Hrim Hum Swaha. Now, once you have done Kali mantra, then you can choose either to do Kala Bhairava, which is the male essence of Mahakali. So for this lecture, I'll do Kala Bhairava next. Hrim Klim Dakshnam Mahakala Bhairava Namaha Om Hrim Klim Mahakala Bhairava Namaha Om Hrim Klim Mahakala Bhairava Namaha Om. The only reason I take some time between each Bija mantra is because I'm taking a deep breath, and while I'm taking deep breath, I push my stomach out. And when I'm doing the Bija mantras, I push my stomach in. After doing Kala Bhairava, then calling Mother Durga will be good. Or before that, actually calling Adi Parasakti. So Adi Parasakti is easy. You only need Om and you need Shakti. Om Hrim Shakti. Om Hrim Shakti. Om Hrim Shakti. Adi Sakti Mahasakti Parasakti Om. Om Hrim Shakti. Om Hrim Shakti. Om Hrim Shakti. Adi Sakti Mahasakti Parasakti Om. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Now once you have done Adi Parasakti, then you can call upon Mother Durga, because you need her strength. Before you go to the rest of the Mahavidya goddesses, you can either go straight to the Mahavidya goddesses, start with Tara and go on, or you can call upon Mother Durga first. In my case, I always call her before I go to the rest of the Mahavidya goddesses. So I go with her. Om Hrim Shrim Dum Durge Durge Dakshani Swaha Harim Shrim Dum Durge Durge Dakshani Swaha Om Harim Shrim Dum Durge Durge Dakshani Swaha. When you do a mantra, you can also do one other thing. You can extend both your arms out and you can feel her strength, but you have to do minimum 27 times to actually feel her strength and making your body feel the power. Then I call upon another aspect of Mother Durga, that is Yogeshwari. Harim Shrim Dum Yogeshwari Yogeshwari Dakshani Swaha Om Harim Shrim Dum Yogeshwari Yogeshwari Dakshani Swaha Om Harim Shrim Dum Yogeshwari Yogeshwari Dakshani Swaha. Now those of you who know me well would know that my daughter's name is Yogeshwari. So when I do the mantra, I also focus on my daughter so that the energy will go to her because she's my daughter. When I pray for her, she will also receive the blessings. It's a form of protection. I've always done mantras into her body when she was with me, when she was young. Now that she's a grown-up girl, I can only do it through my daily doing mantras for Yogeshwari to give her strength. You can do the same thing with your kids, those of you who have kids. Okay, once I've done that, then I go to Tara. No, with Tara, you have to, one, you can do the Buddhist mantra. But okay, if you want to do the Tantric mantras, Hindu Tantric mantras, you go Om Harim Shrim Hum Pat Tari Tuttari Swaha. I like to use because in the mantras when you don't find Tari Tari Swaha. I take that from the Buddhist mantras and I add them both together. So that the important factor is that I can feel the relationship. Om Harim Shrim Hum Pat Tari Tuttari Swaha. Try to make the sound travel through your throat when you do this. The sound, you have to feel in the throat most because she gives you the power of speech. Harim Shrim Pat Tari Tuttari Swaha. The next mantra would be for Mother Bhuvaneshwari. When you do Bhuvaneshwari, you want to feel all the sounds in your heart. You want to feel love. With this mantra, I add Shreem, which is inner prosperity, and Aim, which is also inner wisdom. So I don't do, normally people would do Shreem, Shreem, Hareem, 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 Bhuvaneshwari, Namaha Om. So the way I do it is this. Hareem, Shreem, Hareem, Aim, Bhuvaneshwari Swaha. 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 Now this mantra is very important, especially now with the coronavirus, which affects your lungs. When you do the mantra, you find that because you're trying to get the sound to the heart chakra, you also affect the lung area and the heart as an organ itself. So when you go, see, the sound travels to your third eye, okay? When you do the then when you do the Hreem, you're sending the sound down to your heart chakra. So you go Hreem. The difference between the Om and the Hreem, the Om has a very short O. The Hreem has a slightly longer HRI because you want everything to be here. You don't want it to travel down further. When you do the M, it expands, the sound expands all over the body. But when you do the HRI and SHRI or AI, you want all of them in your heart area. So that is a sound that goes in and opens up even your lungs. So you won't find it difficult breathing. Instead of looking for oxygen like what in India, they're running around. If they all knew their bija mantras, they could avoid looking for oxygen. The next mantra is you want to do Tripura Sundari. When you're doing her mantra, I'll give you the long form, which is normally never shared. Shreem, Hareem, Kleem, Aim, Hrim Shrim Klim Kaila Hrim Asakala Hrim Sahala Hrim Sao Aim Shrim Hrim Klim Sao Om Shrim Hrim Klim Aim Sao Hrim Shrim Klim Kaila Hrim Asakala Hrim Sakala Hrim Aim Shrim Hrim Klim Sao Om Shrim Hrim Klim Aim Sao Hrim Shrim Klim Kaila Hrim Asakala Hrim Sakala Hrim Sao Aim Shrim Hrim Klim Sao Om. After Tripura Sundari, you do Tripura Bhairavi. Aim Klim Sao Tripura Bhairavi Swaha Aim Klim Sao Tripura Bhairavi Swaha Aim Klim Sao Tripura Bhairavi Swaha. Now, with all the mantras that you've heard from me, you have to realize that you can't just sing it. You have to feel it. You have to do like when you're doing the Om, you have to feel your third eye. You have to open up your third eye But before you can open up your third eye, you have to clear your pineal gland. And to create your pineal gland, the sound has to vibrate inside your brains, the skull. It has to go, it has to be shaking inside. So when you do your mantras, you do your om, your aim, you have to make the sound shake inside of you. So you have to go I'm. So it's got to be nasal. If you're nasal, the sound is more stronger. If you're very vocal, if you make your sound just no, it doesn't, or you go which a lot of people do. They go they're taking the sound down into the body. What's most important is your third eye got to open. And the other sound, which is very powerful in opening the third eye, is brim. When you go brim, brim, instead of going brim, which a lot of times is you hear, you want to go BRI, got to be short. You go brim. So you've seen me use brim, Aim, and Om. Then there is another, when you're doing Ganesh mantra, you want the sound to travel to your base chakra. So basically when you do the Kleem, and then you do the Glum and Gang, you go Kleem, taking the energy down to your base. Then you go Glum, Gang, Ganapadaye Namaha Om. Because if you can't feel the sound at the base of your chakra, then you're not creating any impact by doing his mantra. Okay, I accept. Devotion would give you a certain amount of power. But what if you can add devotion to frequency, doing mantras with a certain frequency rather than doing mantras, singing mantras. Okay, with singing mantras, you're not going to create a lot of impact on the long run. It'll take a long time. But when you do it in the correct way, you find the results can be attained a lot faster. Then, once you have done Tripura Sundari and Tripura Bhairavi, we can come back to Chinnamasta, where you go, Now with Chinnamasta, before I actually go further, with Chinnamasta you got to send the sound to the side of your spine, both sides. I mean all the three sides, okay? Ida, Pingala and Swasumna. Now I keep changing this mantra often. Like I tried Kleem, now I'm going to try Cream with you. And you can try the same thing at home. Shreem Harim Cream. So for Swasumna, I'm using cream this time. Cream. Basically, they always use cream as well. because Chinnamasta is another form of Mother Kali. And Krim is for Mother Kali, Krim. So why not use Krim for Susumna? Because Chinnamasta is drinking the blood of the Susumna, which is a sattvic nature. So one of the Daikanis is drinking the Rajasic nature, one of the Daikanis is Tamasic nature, and Chinnamasta's head is drinking the sattvic nature, which is from the Susumna. So since she is Kali, I'm going to try using, I just changed it yesterday, to see how it feels. You all can sit down and try it and then tell me what you think about it. Normally the sound is Hirim again. They go Hirim for the right side, Hirim for the Susumna as well. Shrim Harim Krim Aim Vajravairochini Hum Pat Swaha Shrim Harim Krim Aim Vajravairochini Hum Pat Swaha Shrim Harim Krim Aim Vajravairochini Hum Pat Swaha. Now you got to remember, again, let me remind you, because I just realized. Now sitting in this chair and doing the mantras is a lot different from me sitting down on the floor at the temple and doing the mantras. When I'm sitting on the floor, my spine is a lot straighter and the sound is a lot more powerful. When I sit in the chair, it's not as powerful. I'm just wondering why it's not as strong. I just realized I can't sit on the floor and do my recording. I'm forced to sit on the chair. This is not my normal practice. Now since we have done Chinnamasta, the next one is very important. She's Dhumavadi. She could get rid of the illusion in us. And her sound is very simple as well. It's only dum, dum. So when you do that dum, you want to feel the sound travel to every part of your body. You don't want it to just feel where your throat or near your heart. Okay? So you go dum, 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 Dhumavadiye Swaha. Om. Dum. 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 Dumavadiye. Swaha. Om. Dum. 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 Dumavadiye. Swaha. Now, okay, with doing then you have one more, because we are running out of time. I mean, we're not running out of time, but then the video will be too big if I keep going. We will do Dumavadi, the short form, no, Bhaglamukhi, the short form of a mantra. When I'm in a hurry, I do that. And when I'm not in a hurry, I do the long version of that. So you go, Om Elrim Bhaglamukhi Swaha. You want to hear that word Elrim around your throat, between your throat and your heart. Om Elrim Bhaglamukhi Swaha. Om Elrim Bhaglamukhi Swaha. Okay, once I've done the 10 wisdom goddesses, I normally worship. Then, sorry, I forgot another 2 of them. I think Matanji, I already have recorded with you all, but I'll do it again. With her mantra, you want everything in your third eye, because she gives you wisdom. I'm Harim. I'm Shrim. Shri Matangeshwari Swaha. Give me 1 second. I'm Harim. I'm Shrim. Shri Matangeshwari Swaha. I'm Harim. I'm Shrim. Shri Matangeshwari Swaha. The next mantra is for Mother Kamlamika. Now with Kamlamika, you want all the sound resonating in your heart chakra, because you want her to give you that power to love. Like Matanji, she gives you that feeling good, I feel good sort of thing, attitude, which is inner prosperity. When you feel good within your heart chakra, your expression becomes a lot more unique. Shrim Harim Shrim Aim Kamlamika Swaha Shrim Harim Shrim Aim Kamlamika Swaha Shrim Harim Shrim Aim Kamlamika Swaha. So when you do that, you're meant to feel all the sound within your heart. If you can keep this practice going, and next week I will speak about the planets and how to balance the inner planets. Remember that basically it is how you can create balance within yourself so that you resonate to the energy of the planets outside of you. Because that is the only thing that would make you have a nice balanced life. Because otherwise you find that, like for instance, at the moment I'm going through Saturn return, but I really don't feel, when I was younger, I felt a lot of it. When I was a bit more playful and I didn't bother doing mantras. I mean, I went through stages of doing mantras and then stages of not doing it, stages of doing it. This is in the last 20 years that I've never stopped doing it. Now, when you do mantras, you find that there is an inner balance in you. The more you keep doing it, the more you find inner balance. When you find this balance, you find that you don't get out of sync with your life because you are more in harmony with the planets. Okay, let me also be frank. Like when it's, say for instance, instead of you making, your career going up very fast, it might slow down a bit, but it wouldn't take you down totally. So instead of getting 100% impact in your life, you might get 80% impact because the planets are not very conducive to you. But because you have aligned your energy with the outer planets, that their frequency does not disturb you. The only way the planets influence you in a negative way is when you were born, you didn't get enough of that energy. So you're not in harmony with their sound frequency. Your inner sound frequency is not in harmony, so it rattles your life. So it is your psychology that really gets affected by the planets. That's why some people who are not psychologically caught up with things, who have one essence of their life very bold, you find they're always successful, even to look at it from the outer world. But then there are other areas in their life they're not successful. So you want to have a nice, even life where every area of your life is in harmony. Okay? So for that, you need to make sure that the energy within your body is balanced with the universal energy. That is why we talk about in all the teaching they talk about the macrocosm and the microcosm. It's for you to and Tantra allows you to have that harmonic rhythm. But you can only have the harmonic rhythm if you can, when you attain to learn how to balance your body. And this is what all this training is all about. What I'm doing at the School of Hindu Tantra is trying to put everything that I can't verbally teach you, because it's research, the research papers that I've done. Okay, other than reading, I'm not good in reading an article to you. I'm only good in talking or writing. They both don't synchronize. So it's unfortunate. I'm not a good reader. So what I'm going to do is that I'll teach you how to do the sounds. I'll teach you how to progress in your life. And the School of Hindu Tantra, I find a lot of people have registered in the School of Tantra, Hindu Tantra, but are not paid to do any of the classes, which means you only get limited amount of information when you don't want to subscribe. And the type of fee that I'm charging is, there's one open fee, which is $54 for a year. I mean, $45 for a year. And then the one that has the most amount of teaching is the Womb Shakti, which is a 2-year program, which you get certified at the end of it, if you complete it, when you complete it. And it's $54 a month, because every day I'm working hard. I'm providing you information, because I want to cover every aspect of Tantra. That's breathing, yoga, astrology, everything that would make you a good therapist. Because if you want to be working with Womb Shakti, then you need all the information, because you need to know how to help the people who come to you for help. And there's not, I mean, dancing and singing and reassuring and doing affirmations do not only, it helped, but it doesn't work. On the long run, to get better, to heal your womb, and to become a better, because basically what it does is, it takes, when you heal your womb and you energize your womb, it takes you back to grace. Grace, softness, divinity, all the good qualities of womanhood, which is missing in our society at the moment. Not because you are a sinner or you've done something wrong, it's just the society made sure that you lost those powers. Patriarchal rule has taken away that power, thinking that they can have control over you. But what happened is this, they lost their first guru. Because when a woman is disempowered, she is not a great first guru. She cannot. So her wisdom is been dropped. How to exercise the wisdom, not that the wisdom is dropped. Now we need to empower the womb, because that wisdom comes from the womb. Simple. If you have mental disorder, which is the basic problem, or discomfort during the moon period. Your moon is your greatest period. It talks about your strength, it talks about your divinity, it talks about your power. And in today's society, that is the weakest, for a lot of women, that's not a very comfortable time. So think about, you have to change this for the good of the future generation. Women have to change, women have to recover their power. Not change, but recover their power. When you recover your power, you automatically become the divine feminine. You become the living goddess. So the training that I have, the course that I have on the School of Hindu Tantra is basically to support that mission. So thank you, everybody. Vanakkam again. Hope see you all next week. Next week we will talk about the planets, and we'll also do the mantras for the planets. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being patient with me. Bye.